back to my channel. So today I'm going to go over the pregnancy essentials that worked for me throughout this pregnancy. So today I am 39 weeks and 2 days. There's a lot of things here that I really couldn't have lived without. So I wanted to share some of these things with you. I have my little list here and I will go over a lot of the stuff. And this is from like products to maternity clothes to apps to like anything that I use throughout this pregnancy. They're not going to be in any particular order. I thought about doing it in like trimester order, but there's a lot of things that kind of overlap and I'm just not that organized. So we're just going to jump into it. So I'm going to be looking at my phone for my list, and I'll also be looking at my phone to show you the apps that I use. So first thing that I have on my list is stretch mark creams. So I suggest using these like as soon as possible to prevent stretch marks. It's the Palmer's cocoa butter formula, and like it's a formula specific for like stretch marks in pregnancy. And I can tell you, when I looked for this at the drugstore, it took me a while to find it because I was looking in just like the lotions. This is located in like where there's baby stuff. So if you're looking for this, like I got this at Shoppers, it's in the baby aisle. The first one here is a massage cream for stretch marks, and it's like an actual like smooth cream. So it's free of mineral oil and parabens. It's dermatologist approved. I use this mostly on my boobs. So when you're pregnant, your boobs are going to grow. And that's one of the first signs of pregnancy. So I did get stretch marks. So I use this on my boobs because it's kind of like a thin cream, so it doesn't feel thick or heavy, especially when you put a bra on or anything. It's still comfortable. So that's what I used this one for. And then I also have the tummy butter. So this is the tummy butter. It's the same brand, but this stuff is hard to use. So my mother had actually got this for me when I first got pregnant, and as you can see, like I've had this since the first trimester, and it is like, it's super hard and thick. So when I first got it, you couldn't even like put your finger in it. I had to kind of scrape off layers with my fingernail, and it's still kind of like that, but some sections I can kind of rub out. So this is really thick, but I use this on my belly and like on my love handles. And just a tip, and I'm gonna go into this with the maternity clothes as well. If you plan to still wear like yoga pants or leggings that are not maternity, they're probably gonna slide down and roll down as you get bigger. If you have this on your belly, I promise you, your pants won't move. So I only just recently figured this out because I've been wearing mostly leggings and sweatpants in the end of this pregnancy because they're more comfortable, but I'd go out like walking in a store or something and I could just feel my pants falling down. Ever since I put this on in the morning, because I was only putting this on my belly at nighttime because it was so thick, but if you put it on in the morning and then put your like regular pants on, they'll probably stay in place. So that's what this one's good for. So definitely get some of this. I'm not really good at putting it on every day, but I absolutely put it on when I get out of the shower or get out of the bath. Definitely get yourself some of this to help prevent, you're probably still going to get stretch marks. I still got stretch marks even though I was using this from the beginning, but it's going to make it better. It'll make the healing process better too, I hope. That's what I'm told. I don't know. I'm still pregnant. So that's a must. The next thing that's on my list, I actually don't have it here, and I thought that I still had some, but I searched my whole house and I don't. But in the first trimester, I didn't have, well, I had morning sickness, but I never threw up. So I'm so thankful for that, because not that anyone likes to throw up, but I hate throwing up. Like I cry and I just absolutely hate it. But I did feel extremely nauseous. I couldn't eat. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay in bed all day. But they are little candies, or like sour candies, and I think they're called Preggy Pops. My mom searched like the entire city looking for them. You can get them online, so I'll link them below if I can find them. But she found them at a maternity store. I think she found them at closed. So if you're in like, well, any area really, I think they all closed. It was Motherhood Maternity. But she found them there, but I'm pretty sure you can get them at other maternity stores as well. They're just little candies, and you suck on them and they kind of relieve the nausea. They're not really long lasting, so I would kind of like pop them in if I needed them like right that second. If I was like going somewheres or if I was out doing something and I just needed something, I'd carry them in my purse. But they did help. And the other thing that helped with like not being able to eat and stuff, I had a lot of popsicles. So if you're feeling nauseous, I suggest those two things. But like I said, mine wasn't terrible, like I never threw up. And that's also a sign of having a boy. When before we found out what we were having, like almost all of the wives' tales pointed to boy for us, and we're having a boy. So I never threw up. That's a sign of a boy. I guess really bad morning sickness is a sign of a girl. But those are the things that helped me in the beginning while I wasn't feeling good. The next thing on my list is for sleeping. So you probably won't need this in the beginning. I don't think I got this until almost 5 months pregnant at the point that I got this. But I did struggle before I got it, and that is a pregnancy pillow. There's like a specific brand of pregnancy pillow that I think is really popular, but they're pretty expensive. They're like over $100 for a pillow. I got this pillow at Winners or HomeSense. I got it in Halifax, and the Winners HomeSense is like a combined store, so I'm not sure like which of the stores actually carried it. And it's a bit different than like those like actual pregnancy pillows. There are ones that like are like a U shape that go around both sides of you, and there's ones that are like a weird shape. This one is like the shape of a candy cane. So it's like this. It's really, really long, and it was super cheap. So like I said, I got it at like Winners / HomeSense, and it was probably like $39 or something like that. Now I will say, if you're planning to use it for multiple pregnancies, it might not work because I'm at the end now, and there are some sections that you can tell that I've slept on a lot, so like the stuffing is all like moved around, so it's pretty thin here because I usually I flip back and forth. That's another thing, like if you sleep on one side, this will be really great because you have the long side on one side. I flip from side to side, so when I'm on this side, I can put this part between my legs. If I'm on the other side, I can't, but I rotate so much through the night because my legs hurt so bad that it just doesn't matter to me. So I either have my head nooked in here or on this side. Before I got this, I had so many pillows in the bed, and we have a king-size bed, thank God, because I don't know how Robbie would have fit in the bed, because I had my regular pillows. I took all the spare pillows off the spare bedroom bed and had them in, and I had them all lined up against me, pressed up against me, and I don't sleep on my back. Like, I've never slept on my back, but at the beginning, like mid part of the pregnancy, I kept waking up on my back, and when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to be sleeping on your back because it's putting pressure on your blood vessels. So I kept freaking out because I'd wake up on my back. I'm like, I'm not supposed to do this. So I'd have pillows on both sides of me so that I wouldn't roll over. So it was quite the contraption I had going on in our bed. So this has definitely helped. And just even the other night, we had a snowstorm, so we went into town because we live out of town, and we stayed at my mom's place just in case I went into labor, and I didn't bring this, and I had such a hard time sleeping. I was so uncomfortable with the pillows, and I really missed this. So definitely get yourself a pregnancy pillow. Like I said, I didn't need an expensive one. I made do with this. But by all means, get whatever pregnancy pillow you think will work for you. So the next thing that I have on my list is maternity clothes. I ended up getting maternity pants. I feel like it was pretty early in the pregnancy, like in terms of having like a bump. I know a lot of people can get away with wearing their same jeans throughout their whole pregnancy. I was not so lucky. But I also find that I needed these earlier because I have a desk job, so I sit all day, and that pressure of like when your pants are like kind of buckling under when you're sitting put a lot of pressure on my belly in the beginning, especially when I was like feeling really bloated. My stomach just really hurt. Even if I was wearing, like, I have like stretchy dress pants, like that kind of look like yoga pants, but they're like dress pants, I couldn't even really wear those because it was still too tight. My first like maternity clothes purchase was some maternity jeans. And so these are my maternity jeans, and these are from H&M. If you're in the Moncton area, we really don't have very many options, especially now that motherhood maternity is closed. I think you can still order online from there, but it kind of just makes me feel iffy because like all the stores were closing, and like I just don't trust ordering online from them. I got a lot of stuff from H&M. Now, our actual store has a really small section of maternity clothes. I did end up getting my jeans there, so I was able to try them on, but I have a lot of shirts that I got online for H&M Maternity. They have a lot of nice stuff, and if you order it online, they actually send you a shipping label so that if it doesn't fit, you can send it back, which is really nice. And I'm pretty sure you can also return it to the store. So I got 2 pairs of jeans. They lasted me quite a while. These ones, like the actual jean part, really feels like a real jean. So now that like I'm almost at the end of the pregnancy and the baby has really dropped, I find these still a little bit too uncomfortable because just where the jean part is still a little too tight right there since the baby has kind of moved down to where that section would be. I have another pair of maternity jeans that are more of a stretchy material and a thin jean, and it doesn't have like a button or anything like that there. But I ripped them. I was trying to cross my legs, like pull my leg up, and I ripped like the back part of the leg. So that's on me. And I know that my legs have gained a little bit of extra chunk since I've gotten pregnant, which is also on me. Maternity jeans definitely helped, especially just in the beginning when I felt bloated and sitting all day. And aside from jeans, get yourself at least, like I have 1 pair of maternity leggings. They just seem like regular leggings, but I don't know if they're just like a little bit more stretchy in the belly. But like I said, when I wear my regular leggings in that, they slide down a lot. The pregnancy ones don't. So if you don't want to lather your belly in tummy butter, get yourself some pregnancy leggings, and it's seriously life-changing. They're so comfortable. And even in terms of shirts, I have quite a bit of pregnancy shirts, and that's mainly because, well, my mom spoiled me for one, but when Motherhood Maternity closed, everything was on super sale, so I got a lot of stuff in that sale. Definitely get yourself some. I went quite a while with not having to need a lot of shirts, but once you get a lot bigger, you're going to want shirts that are going to be fitted nicely, or you're just going to look like a paper bag. So maternity shirts have like extra material along the side so that when it stretches out, it doesn't look abnormal. It actually still fits to your belly and makes your belly look really cute. Get yourself some nice comfortable shirts, like just some cotton shirts are really comfortable. I've had this like throughout the whole pregnancy, like this particular shirt, I have it in black as well. And they've grown, like they've let me grow into them. I did get a couple of like more dressier shirts just for work, but I find that like they're kind of flowy over the top. Like I have, it's not a stretchy material, but I had that extra material in the front. But as I got bigger, it would kind of pull up more, so it wouldn't go down all the way to my belly. So there's a couple shirts that I can't wear now because I'm too big for them. So the cotton ones, I definitely suggest ones that can actually go around and tuck in under your belly that are tight enough. Like you can see, like this is really long and it curves under. So I have some shirts that are extra material here, but they kind of like float in this general area. They don't kind of tuck under. So you could always see my pants underneath, where when you get ones that are kind of cotton and stretchy, they fit around your belly. And going on with maternity clothes, definitely get yourself a nursing bra. So even though we're still pregnant, we're not nursing yet, get yourself a nursing bra now because your boobs are going to grow and they're going to stay a bit larger, especially after you have the baby and if you're nursing. And I had a lot of rib pain at the beginning of my pregnancy, so wearing bras was so uncomfortable. I found them way too tight. So I got two nursing bras. So this one is kind of just like looks like a regular bra, and then I also have one that I'm wearing that's like kind of looks like a sports bra. But I mean, if you don't know what a nursing bra is, it just has this little clip here so that you can pull it down to nurse. But they're super comfortable, they're super soft, nice and stretchy. So I was a lot more comfortable wearing these as a bra versus my regular bras. Get yourself some of these early on, and if you need help, I would suggest getting someone to help you fit for them, because like I said, you're going to be a bit larger than you normally are, so you might not know what size you need. So get some help to make sure you're properly fitted so that it lasts you throughout the pregnancy and while you're nursing. Okay, the next thing that I have on my list is something that I've only used since December, but you only really need it towards the end of your pregnancy, and that is a yoga ball. It's important to do your exercises on a yoga ball. There are tons of videos on YouTube on what to do for like prenatal workouts, and it's not so much workouts that you're doing on it. It's like little exercises, and it helps move the baby into position, so it will help prevent a breached baby and just gets your baby engaged for labor. And it really helps relieve pain in your hips and your back, in your sides. I try to do this every night, and now I'm just like bouncing on it a lot trying to get labor started. But I would do this before bed, and I would actually sleep better because my back wouldn't be in so much pain. And like I said, I have a lot of leg pain when I'm sleeping. Like if I'm sleeping on one side, like I get like pains down one leg, so I have to rotate, and eventually the pain will go on the other leg. So I find doing these exercises has helped that. Like it just kind of opens my hips so I don't have those pains. So get yourself a yoga ball. They're not expensive. You don't need an expensive one. And there's actually, I think, videos online to help you pick the right size. I don't think there was any sizes, like options when I bought this one, but I got it at Sport Chek. I know you can get lots of cheap ones on Amazon, but get yourself one of these and start doing those exercises because it will help you, I promise. Okay, so the next thing that I have on my list is the vitamins that I've taken. If you were trying to get pregnant, like if you're trying to get pregnant now, you can start taking prenatal vitamins now. It is recommended. And then you take them throughout your whole pregnancy, and then you also take them while you're nursing. So I was getting the Materna, I forget what it's called, but there is a brand, like a popular brand of prenatal vitamins. I was getting them, but they are a little expensive. So I actually switched to the Kirkland brand. So those are from Costco. It's a huge container. So there's 300 capsules in here. So that's going to last you just about a year. So I got this like partway through my pregnancy. So I still have like this many left. And I did compare, like you can also buy like the big containers of that brand prenatal vitamin at Costco. So I compared the labels, and I felt comfortable with what the ingredients that were in here. Those are the prenatal vitamins I use. I take one every day. My omega-3, so I don't know if that's too bright. And I don't eat fish, and omega-3 is what you get out of eating fish, why it's good for you, but I don't eat fish. And omega-3 is really important in pregnancy for baby development. So I went to a nutritional class for pregnancy, and we went over like the importance of this. So I got myself a supplement. So I take one of these in the morning with my prenatal vitamin. Another thing that I also take just like kind of towards the end of the pregnancy is, and this is just like a no-name brand, but Tums. So I have never had heartburn in my life. I didn't even know what it felt like, and I knew that it was a common like pregnancy thing, so I really didn't know if I was having it. I'm like, I don't know if I have heartburn. I've never had it before. Now I know. So especially towards the end of the pregnancy, before the baby really dropped, he was like really up here, and you can't breathe, your food doesn't really digest, and everything just kind of sits here. And I would like just throw up in my mouth often, unexpectedly, and the heartburn was killer. And still, like, it wouldn't matter what I put in my mouth. I could like lick a piece of chocolate and instant mega heartburn. So you are allowed to have Tums. So I did talk to my doctor about it before too, and she said if it wasn't working for me, then she'd prescribe me something. But the baby has dropped since I had that appointment about trying to use these. I still get a bit of heartburn, but it's a lot better since he's down a little bit lower. This is, like I said, a no-name brand, but I did check the label and everything, and there's actually a pregnancy dosage recommendation, so I make sure I go by that. I mean, it helps in the moment. It doesn't last a long time, but it definitely relieves it. Sometimes I get it really bad before bed, so I'll chew some tablets before bed, but this has definitely helped. Okay, so the next few things are more on knowledge. So especially if you're a first-time mom, you might feel like in the dark, and that's how I felt. We all search on Google and stuff like that. There was a few things that helped me feel a little bit more knowledgeable in what was going on with my body and what to expect and stuff like that. So I have some apps, some podcasts, and a book that I find has really helped me. It makes me feel better after just reading and like educating myself. Here are some things that I've used. So I have like a bunch of apps that I have saved. a little section. One app that I found was really cool is the What to Expect app. So this app is really good for informing you of things. There's a video every week of the week of your pregnancy. It tells you how big your baby is. Stuff like that. Has a lot of great articles and videos. And there is a community, so I am in a community of like February 2020 babies. There is a lot of really good information on this app. The only thing that I don't really like about it though is in terms of tracking stuff. I like to track things. So this one has like a duty calculator, baby products, a photo journal, stuff like that. But I mainly just use it for like the information. My favorite app in terms of tracking and stuff is the Ovia Pregnancy. I used Ovia Fertility when I was tracking to try to get pregnant. And then there's one while you're pregnant, and there's also one for after you've had the baby. And I love this one because there's so much you can track. Health tracking, you can take notes, you can track your milestones, and you can also put your doctor's appointments in there. So in terms of like tracking your stuff, you can track your moods, any symptoms, like they have a lot of symptoms that you can check off. So I love that. You can track your sleep, your weight, what you've eaten, your exercise, any medications, the fetal movement, your blood pressure. There's so much that you can track in here. I absolutely love it. And it's the same thing for the fertility app too. So I definitely use that. And there's also articles and stuff, but what I like is after you've tracked something, it'll give you little tidbits that maybe like are in relation to whatever you just tracked. And then it'll give you little baby updates on development and stuff like that. So I really liked this app. I still use it every day. Aside from apps, something that I have used a lot or listened to a lot is pregnancy podcasts. I listen to podcasts when I'm at work because I work at a computer and I can put my headphones in. And I also listen to podcasts when I'm driving. Like I said, we live out of town, so it takes me like 20 to 30 minutes to get in and out of town, like going to work and stuff like that. So I do download podcasts. But there are a few podcasts that I found have really helped me in terms of educating me. Some of them that I like, there's one called Preggy Pals, a bunch of women that are talking about different topics. But the one that I listen to the most, they're short little episodes. It's the 40 Weeks Pregnancy Podcast, and it's like an episode for every week of your pregnancy. So it'll tell you what's happening in that week of pregnancy. And the episodes are really short. They're like 5 minutes each. But I really liked it to know kind of what was going on in that particular week. And then the same host for that also has another podcast, which is just the Pregnancy Podcast. So what I do is I just kind of scroll through all the episodes because they're all titled, and I just pick what I want to listen to at that point. Those are the podcasts that I listen to the most in terms of pregnancy. This is the What to Expect book, but this is the What to Expect in the First Year. There is a What to Expect like when you're expecting, so like the one for pregnancy, and I just didn't really feel like I needed the pregnancy one because I had so many things going that was teaching me about the pregnancy. What I was most scared about was being a mom for the first time and not knowing what the heck I'm doing. I have friends with babies and I have like younger cousins and stuff. Like I've been around babies, but you know, when other people have babies, you're holding them when they're good and then you just give them back. It was kind of like freaking me out a little that I don't know what to do with the baby. Like just even from the simple things, like how do I bath a baby? How do I change a baby? Like obviously I've changed a baby, but it's like when it's yours, you just forget everything. So I wanted to start reading this before I had him, so I felt a little bit more prepared. And this is as far as I am in it right now. So I've only read like this much. I still have a lot to go. The first few chapters are really nice. They talk about, well, the very beginning, there's like what to buy for your baby, stuff like that, car seat safety, and then it starts to go into the first year. Oh, and there's a whole section of breastfeeding. So if you're breastfeeding, there's a lot of information in here. So right now I'm in the newborn chapter. It's quite long, but I can tell you I've learned a lot of stuff that I did not know before. So I don't really feel like I have to have this whole book read by the time I have the baby because it literally goes throughout the whole year. So it starts with newborn, then the first month, second month, third month, like milestones that you should be reaching, how to change your baby, how to burp your baby, so many things about their teeth, like literally so much in here. So if you're a first-time mom and you're also terrified, get this book. It will help, I promise. And I think that's everything. So there's probably things that I've missed. I've been trying to work on this list for a couple of days, like things would come up that I'd kind of remember. I mean, everyone's going to be different and you're going to need different things depending on how your pregnancy is going. But these are the things that have really helped me. I hope that there are some products here that will help you, or if you're pregnant and you know some other things that maybe I didn't touch, maybe just leave them in the comments so that if there's other people that are coming here looking for things that would help their pregnancy, maybe there's something that helped you that I didn't list that could help somebody else. So feel free to add in the comments some items or anything that helped you for any particular part of pregnancy, maybe something that you're experiencing that I didn't, so I didn't have to get anything for that, but I'd love for us to share with our experiences to make it a little bit easier for everyone, because I really feel, and it's so strange, like in this day and age, I feel like there's a lot of lack of knowledge going around. Like I felt like I had to really dig deep in order to educate myself on a lot of things, especially, here's a little rant, especially in Canada, because I didn't start seeing an OBGYN until like probably my second trimester. I felt extremely lost in the beginning, had no idea what was going on, and I actually had a miscarriage before this pregnancy, so I was really nervous and I had no one really to talk to, I had no resources, and I was just freaked out until like the second trimester and worried about everything. So I'd really like to try and give as much information as I can that I've learned, things that have helped me. So like if you like to educate yourself, I'm not going to educate people because I'm just going by things that I've read. If you like to educate yourself, these are the sources that I've used that have helped ease my mind, make me feel better, and got me to the end of this pregnancy. So now I'm just waiting for him to come out. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I do cleaning videos, I'm going to be doing mom vlog videos, but I'd love for you to join me along in my new mom journey, especially if you're a new mom, and if you're not a new mom and you just have experience being a mom, I'd love for you to hang out with me and give me some tips along the way. So we will see you in the next one. I'm not sure when it will be or what it will be because I'm literally waiting for him to come out. He's due on Sunday and it's Tuesday. I was told my last appointment, like my doctor doesn't think he's going to come this week, so he might be late. But if he happens to come, I'm not sure when my next video will be. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks so much for watching. See ya! And that I would suggest for other first-time pregnancy people. That's weird. For first-time pregnant moms. For first-time, if you're pregnant for the first time. This is gonna go in the bloopers. And yeah, so I'd love for you to join my little community. No, I don't have my own community yet.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know